X-Play, the center of the gaming universe.
Today on X-Play, the television broadcast premiere of the 8th Annual Game Developers Choice Awards. We've got an all-access pass to the creators behind 2007's greatest games as they are recognized by the critics they know best, their colleagues. We'll have winners for Best Writing, Best Visual Arts, and of course, Game of the Year. Get your speech ready. It's game time.
2007 was a significant year in gaming, which is disappointing because it's such a dorky number. I mean, 2000 you could respect, 2010, 2005 at a pinch, but 2007 just sounds like a year with red hair and huge plastic-framed spectacles who wonders why women don't seem to be impressed by his limited edition Big Daddy figurine. The year kicked off with the release of World of Warcraft Burning Crusade in January, further cementing 2007 as the year of the hopeless shut-in, offering new and interesting ways for the client base to continue sabotaging their own lives. It was also a year for pretenders to the Mamorpica throne, with the release of Lord of the Rings Online, Tabula Rasa, Hellgate London, and Fury. But nothing can make a dent in WoW's monolithic market share, because if I took every opportunity to acquire World of Warcraft free trial CDs, I'd have enough to make an attractive, fashionable cape and perhaps a matching hat. Meanwhile, on the console battlefield, it was a significant year for the PS3 more than any other. At the start of the year, she'd been freshly kicked out onto the stage to nervously dance for our amusement, and it was hard to shake the feeling that she wasn't quite ready for prime time. Her shows were too expensive and she only knew 2 songs, but over the last year, the girl's been exercising and eating properly, and I think it's fair to say she's become a decent rival to her peers, the Wii, who only knows like 4 or 5 songs, and the Xbox 360, who frequently comes onto stage drunk. Perhaps now there's decent competition, we'll have some decent concerts in 2008, and perhaps I should stop labouring this analogy before its tits fall off. It was also a year for mascots, with Mario as usual working off his tight little Mediterranean art in 10 new releases, 17 counting Virtual Console, but the significance of this year is that it marked the point at which Mario buried the hatchet with old nemesis Sonic the Hedgehog in order to compete in a friendly sporting competition and presumably beat the living shit out of each other this year in Smash Brothers Brawl. Personally, if it comes down to a fight between 2 guys who make a living jumping on people, then my money's on the one with spikes growing out of his flesh. But what could have been a better closing moment for 2007 than the release of a new Duke Nukem Forever teaser? Yes, it seems that 3D Realms have been doing something other than giving each other piggyback rides for the last 10 years. In a stroke, all the anticipation we haven't felt since 1998 returned like a taser gun to the base of the spine. I just hope that 3D Realms understands that if this game doesn't turn out to be history's greatest contribution to human culture and the cure for at least one type of cancer, then I and every other reviewer on Earth are going to saw its bollocks off.
Please welcome your host for the evening, Naughty Dog Incorporated's Jason Rubin.
You didn't think you'd get rid of me that easily, did you? When Jamil asked me to do the Game Developers Choice Awards this year, I really had to ask myself if I wanted to enter the Billy Crystal stage of my career. So I figured I'd go to my closet, pull out the tux. It took an inch and a half of expansion in the lower areas, and I'd come up here and do what is extremely important to me, and that is to respect and congratulate the developers that are making this probably the best time to be a gamer in history, certainly since I've started playing games, and that was Pong. The first award we're going to do tonight is the Game Design Award. The Game Design Award honors the overall design excellence in a game, whether it's the mechanics, the playability, the balancing, the level design, and everything else. There are a mountain of titles this year with beautifully constructed gameplay. So let's see some of the nominees.
Best Game Design. BioShock, developed by 2K Boston, 2K Australia, published by 2K Games.
Military specialization.
Mass Effect, developed by BioWare, published by Microsoft Game Studios. Portal, developed and published by Valve. Call of Duty 4, developed by Infinity Ward, published by Activision. Super Mario Galaxy, developed and published by Nintendo.
And the Choice Award for Best Game Design goes to Portal.
Wow. Holy crap. So, first of all, I'd like to thank Gabe for giving us such a wonderful opportunity and having faith in us. We were just a bunch of students just a couple years ago. And I'd like to thank Valve. They've been incredibly supportive. It's such an amazing company. And thanks to Ellen McLean, who did the voice of Gladys. She just kicks ass. And thank you to Jonathan Colton, who wrote our ending song. And finally, thanks to all of you for voting for us. We're really, really honored. Thank you so much.
The second award is new to the Choice Awards this year. It's the Best Debut Game. This award recognizes the maiden efforts of newly formed developers who released their first title during 2007, whether they're out of the garage, the dorm room, or part of a new venture from industry luminaries. Here are the nominees.
Best Debut. Aquaria. Developed and published by BitBlock. Crackdown. Developed by Real-Time World. Everyday Shooter. Developed by Queasy Games. Published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Flow. Developed by That Game Company. Published by Sony Computer Entertainment. The Witcher. Developed by CD Projekt. Published by Atari.
And the Best Debut Game Award goes to Crackdown, Real-Time World.
Nice work, Agent. Only a very simple thing to say. I just want to say thanks to the development team, everyone on it, wherever they are at the moment. Thank you very much.
Next up is the Visual Arts Award. This award, previously won by games such as Shadow of the Colossus and Zelda the Wind Waker, celebrates all that is wonderful in art, direction, animation, and character design. In short, this is the eye candy.
Best Visual Art. BioShock. Developed by 2K Boston, 2K Australia. Published by 2K Games. Assassin's Creed. Developed by Ubisoft Montreal. Published by Ubisoft. Crysis. Developed by Crytek. Published by Electronic Arts. Team Fortress 2. Developed and published by Valve. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, developed by Naughty Dog, published by Sony Computer Entertainment.
And the 2008 winner for Best Visual Arts is BioShock.
Wow. Well, first of all, I want to thank 2K. We had a lot of support doing this. Scott Sinclair, who's obviously not here right now. I want to thank Ken Levine, you're the man. And the art department, 2K Australia, 2K Boston. And lastly, of course, my wife and 2 daughters who didn't see me for a few months. I'm glad they put up with me. So.
Now the Game Developer's Choice Award for the Best Handheld Game. This new award recognizes the best game released on any handheld platform, whether it's Nintendo, Sony, or even one from Apple. Let's see the nominees for the Best Handheld Game.
Best Handheld Game. Peggle, developed and published by PopCap Games. Puzzle Quest, Challenge of the Warlords, developed by Infinite Interactive. Vicious Cycle, First Playable, published by D3 Publisher. The Legend of Zelda, Phantom Hourglass, developed and published by Nintendo. Contra 4, developed by Way Forward, published by Konami. Phase, developed by Harmonix Music Systems. Published by MTV Games.
And the winner of the best handheld game is The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
Thank you. On behalf of Mr. Miyamoto, Mr. Aonuma, the development team at Nintendo in Japan, and the localization staff here at Nintendo of America, thank you.
Coming up, the award for Best Writing, and later on, Game of the Year.
A game's story can carry it to the heights of pop culture, providing quotable content for years to come. Tonight's nominees have managed just that, representing the best thrills, chills, and spills from 2007. Let's have a look at the nominees for the Game Developers' Choice Award for Best Writing.
Best Writing. BioShock, developed by 2K Boston, 2K Australia, published by 2K Games.
It's all right. I know I'll be an angel soon.
We're leaving now.
Mass Effect, developed by BioWare, published by Microsoft Game Studios.
We will fight even when we know we cannot win.
I will no longer be able to protect you.
I need no
God of War 2, developed by Sony Santa Monica, published by Sony Computer Entertainment.
Athena! You conspire against me!
Half-Life 2, Episode 2, developed and published by Valve.
You're not supposed to be here.
The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
Portal, developed and published by Valve.
Now you're thinking with Portal.
And the Choice Award for Best Writing goes to BioShock.
An acceptance speech, my God. This is great. Listen, BioShock was such a collaborative effort, and there was so many people involved in it. They're from, Joe, who was like my guy who would sit here and be my conscience when I was writing the thing, to Emily Ridgway, who wrote a lot of the character dialogue, to Justin Sonnenkalb, who took 1 million takes and mixed them up and made some really awful writing sometimes and some and iffy performances and made them just sing. Thank you very much.
Another new award for this year is the Best Downloadable Game. Digital distribution frees the way for reasonably priced, innovative, and addictive games delivered straight to the device of your choice. Let's take a look at the Best Downloadable Game nominees.
Best Downloadable Game. Everyday Shooter, developed by Queasy Games, published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Peggle, developed and published by PopCap Games. Pac-Man Championship Edition, developed and published by Namco Bandai Games. Flow, developed by That Game Company, published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Puzzle Quest, Challenge of the Warlords, developed by Infinite Interactive, published by D3 Publishers.
You have suffered defeat.
And the award for Best Downloadable Game goes to Flow.
Wow. So I got elected to talk on behalf of the team because I dressed up a little bit. Well, thank you, and literally thank you for making the games that inspired us to be here.
not the least of which are in our own category tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you to the USC Interactive Media Division for inspiring us and getting behind us and pushing us and challenging us and teaching us what games can be. Thank you so much to Sony and Sony Santa Monica for supporting these kinds of games.
Presenting tonight's Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome EA's Vice President of Creative Development, Lewis Castle.
Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be here tonight to deliver this award to a man whose contribution to video gaming has enabled so many of us to be here today. With over 20 years in game design, our honoree has a career that places him among the great creative visionaries of our time. Recognized around the world as the father of computer gaming, he has been honored with virtually every industry award. His legacy titles such as F-19, Civilization, Railroad Tycoon, and Pirates are inarguably some of the greatest games ever made. With these games, he ushered in a genre of God games into computer gaming, firmly planting computer gaming on the entertainment map forever. Everyone, please give a big GDC congratulations to a great man. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've been privileged to create computer games for over 25 years now, which is really a dream come true for me. Now, when I started, we were all independent game developers. We really didn't have any choice at the time. But I've really had a front row seat to watch this industry grow from hobbyists and hackers to this worldwide influence that we have today. It has really been a privilege. I'd like to thank all the great companies that I've had the chance to work for, the great people that I've had a chance to work with, and I'd like to really acknowledge the rest of this industry. Without the people that create the consoles and the computers, without the people that make the tools and the technologies that we use, without the people that inform the public, and especially without the game players, we wouldn't be able to do this job that we love so much. So thank you to this industry. Thank you to my family for their support, and thank you to GDC for this great award. Thank you.
Moments away, the Game Developers Choice Award for Game of the Year.
And now, let's get down to our final award of the year. The Game of the Year award is given to those developers who created the overall best game in 2007. Before we announce the Game of the Year winner, let's take another look at all the nominees.
Game of the Year.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
Come on, give it up.
So in case you don't make it through the testing, goodbye.
Just amazing slate. So, and the winner of the GDC Choice Game of the Year award is, if I can get it open, Portal.
So, wow, thank you guys so much. We had a ton of fun working on Portal and sharing our inside jokes with you, and we're just very happy that you guys got them too. Thank you again.
One of the things we realized as we were sitting at our table was that we weren't cool enough to be independent game developers. So we wanted to do an homage to the independent game developer community, but we didn't have a fez or a monocle, so we decided we would do a haiku. Let me see if I can get this right. Orange box puzzle game? DigiPen students are smart. The cake is a lie. Thank you very much.
That's our show for tonight. I want to congratulate all of the winners. And for the first time as a gamer and not a game developer, I want to thank all of you on behalf of all the gamers that are out there in their living rooms or wherever else they play games, enjoying themselves day in and day out. You give an incredible number of people an incredible amount of entertainment. Thanks a lot. Good night.
Thanks for watching the Game Developers Choice Awards. Make sure to tune in Monday for an all-new episode of X-Play.